drawing the Pteranodon and working upon a realistic drawing that I've already done. I'm using the pelican because the shape of the head's sort of similar, even though they're not really related at all. And I'm using this sort of object which is in our world right now to use my imagination and draw something which is now long extinct. Last time I drew a pelican. Now this object which is in the real world today I'm now going to use as the basis for drawing a pterodon. Because I can't go out and sketch a pterodon, I looked at the pelican and I think sort of the head shape sort of reminds me of it as I was sketching and looking at it. And so starting off as the head and neck shape, I then allow my imagination to go forward and I start putting the wings on a bit different, a bit more like a bat. I have had a little bit of experience with bats, big fruit bats and things like that. But the interesting thing is this is a large reptile. A nice big crest. Now I'm going to have to look at the bones, and when I look at the bones, the skeleton of the pterodon, the eye socket's a little bit higher in the head than it is on the pelican. So even though the outside shape's a little bit similar, where the mouth is, where the eye is all a little bit different. Now, falling back on my knowledge on reptiles, I can now put in some textures and tones. I guess as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about snakes, I'm thinking about crocodiles, I'm thinking about large goannas or monitor lizards. So again, this is probably for more advanced drawers. Just showing you my techniques, the way I do it. Not so much a step by step, but when you draw your own thing, maybe some of my techniques might help you. Big, long, sweeping lines. And that's often how you can tell professional drawing from an amateur drawing. Just the confidence of just swishing it up there. So not really caring. And let's face it, how many people see pterodons? So you can get away with quite a bit here too. You sort of got to know where to put shading and things like that though. And that's a big help here. See, I'm making shade under the wing a little bit more heavy. Now we've got this back bit here that looks a bit like a plucked turkey. Which I'm not real keen on, so I'm putting it all in shadow. So the wings going over it, the whole thing's in shadow so you can't really see it, and that's a good little trick. If you're not sure about something or so you think something might look a bit goofy, you can just put it in shadow. Now sitting this guy on some rocks on the water, sort of similar to the way the pelicans were standing the other day, except this guy's more bat-like. So it looks a bit like some sort of dragon. It looks like a cross between a pelican and a dragon, doesn't he? I'm putting a bit of dark water there to show a bit of shadow. And that sort of also gives it some sort of believability. And some gentle textures out there for water textures. And I'm just about finished. Just going to erase a few lines. Sometimes you can use the eraser the way you'd use white, just to make the light hit certain areas. And of course, when you're doing heavy details, white is very important. And there's my pterodon picture. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.